Hello again, everyone. Alan Smith here from truthabouttrucking.com, the trucking blog AskTheTrucker.com, and host of the talk show Truth About Trucking Live on Blog Talk Radio. Many of you know about our cause to work together and bring change to the way the truck driver's DAC report is being utilized by trucking companies to actually run a driver's career. And many CDL students are discovering this abuse of the system and are having their driving career destroyed before it can even begin. Trucking companies knowingly and willfully file false and negative reports against drivers with DAC Services, which is located in Tulsa, Oklahoma, under the name USIS Commercial Services Division. The DAC report is to the professional truck driver as the credit report is to the consumer. Negative and false claims on a driver's DAC report can ruin a driver's means of livelihood. The United States Investigation Services, USIS, is an information and security services company serving human resources, insurance, government agencies, and national security markets. They're located in Falls Church, Virginia. The DAC services are the driving force behind USIS. It has provided background screening products to service the transportation industry for 25 years. DAC stands for Drive a Check. DAC Services has become the ultimate truck driver nightmare. It is widely known that many trucking companies report false claims to truck drivers' DAC reports. This is not why the USIS was established. Furthermore, DAC Services is regulated by the Fair Credit Reporting Act that clearly states a person shall not furnish any information relating to a consumer to any consumer reporting agency if the person knows or has reasonable cause to believe that the information is inaccurate. Drivers who have chosen to leave employment have given a 2-week notice and have dropped off the truck and equipment at the drop yard specified by the employer, have done everything correctly and professionally, only to discover weeks later that the company filed an abandoned vehicle complaint on their DAC report. Do you know of any other vocation where an employee who chooses to leave his or her job for whatever reason is then retaliated against by the employer? Drivers who have faced forced dispatch to run illegal on a load but refuse to do so have been fired and then found a false report on their DAC stating that the driver was insubordinate. Trucking companies pay membership dues to DAC Services in order to pull a driver's report and to be able to file reports. DAC Services totally disregards the Fair Credit Reporting Act by not honestly and legally investigating the circumstances and listening to the driver's side of the story. Because they receive dues from these trucking companies, the company's account is automatically taken as truth. Another scam being instigated by DAC is when a driver requests a copy of their DAC report for free, which is allowed once per year. The driver never receives their report, and when they call DAC to tell them this, DAC replies that they mailed the report, and if they didn't receive it, then that's not their fault, and if they want another copy of their report, they will have to pay the $9.50 fee in order to receive it. DAC Services has become nothing more than a retaliation tool that trucking companies can use against drivers to ruin their means of support. Even when the driver does everything that they are told to do by the dispatcher or company, even if the driver simply decides to leave their employment, if the driver does anything to make the company dispatcher, managers, or supervisors upset or irritated, they will turn around and place false reports on their DAC, which can and will prevent that driver from ever being employed again by other trucking companies. Is there any other system out there set up and being used by employers to willfully destroy an employee's career? DAC Services shows no regards to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. They show no respect for the professional driver. Their only mission is to show complete loyalty to the trucking companies paying their yearly dues as members of the DAC Services. All experienced and veteran drivers know the abuse that is being implemented by many of these trucking companies in conjunction with DAC Services. It has been going on for years, and it's time to work together to bring this disregard for the law and employees' rights to a stop. You will read and hear how a driver can dispute a report by a company and add his or her side of the story to their DAC report, but let's be honest here. This, in most cases, does absolutely nothing for the driver. It's only a way for DAC to say that they are giving the driver the opportunity to state their case, but the false information still remains. DAC is not going to show disregard to the company that is paying their member dues. They will instead show utter disregard to the professional driver that keeps America moving. We have issued a petition, Stop False DAC Reporting, and we need your support. Please take the time to sign the petition and write any comment that you wish in order to further our cause to stop this DAC reporting abuse. The petition will be included along with a letter for proposal to the proper state representatives and congressmen and women, senators, and hopefully eventually will reach Congress. It has just recently been issued and we are already at 150 signatures, but the more we receive, the more power we will have to show the proper authorities that this is a violation against employee rights that needs to be addressed and corrected. I have emails from many of you sharing your nightmare stories of DAC reporting and how false reports by trucking companies have ended your driving careers. Please keep them coming. They will also be included with a letter submitted to Congress. Your name and any personal information in your emails will not be included. Continue sending me your DAC experiences at Allen@truthabouttrucking.com. That's Allen, A-L-L-E-N, at truthabouttrucking.com. The easiest way to find the Stop False DAC Reporting petition is to simply go to truthabouttrucking.com. Scroll down the page, and on the right-hand side, you will see where it says Stop False DAC Reporting, sign the petition. Just click on the word petition. At the next page, enter your name, or as anonymous if you wish, enter your email address, add a comment if you would like, click submit, and that's it. Your name will be added to the petition showing your support that action must be taken to stop this abuse by trucking companies and the DAC reporting services. There is no other such system set up anywhere for an employer to use as retaliation against an employee. Without trucks, America stops. Why is this abuse against our nation truckers allowed to continue? Help bring a stop against this blatant disregard for the law. Please sign the petition. Thanks for your help and your support.